Okay, thank you, Rachel. Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
Mercedes. Good afternoon. Thanks for taking the time. Appreciate it.
you look
No,
so pretty.
thank you, thank you. I love your makeup and your blouse. Everything is such a pop of color. As you can see, I love the colors.
Yours too.
My name is Mercedes Williams. I'm owner and chief film critic for Movie Scene Queen. I'm also an entertainment reporter for the world's oldest African American newspaper, the New Pittsburgh Courier. So you guys both did the same thing. Dang, y'all should have told me like
We're
it was.
like this, Jimmy and I now.
Dang, I should have known it was on cue, especially since they're videotaping it. um, I'm so glad you guys could be here today. I watched the movie yesterday and then it was late last night too. And I was like, I don't think I got the full like essence of it. So I watched it again this morning at 6 o'clock. It was just as amazing as it was last night. So I didn't care it was 2 hours. I said I have to watch it, singing and dancing and everything. So thank you guys for being a part of this project. When you're talking about the film and you're talking about specifically the umbrella community feeling that it has for the Latinx community, what do you want it to translate for everybody and not just the Hispanic community, but that we're all together, we're all one, and we all sometimes have the same issues. So, what are your thoughts, or what would you want the audience to know?
Um, well, Mercedes, I think yes, this is the Latin community and the Latinx community in Washington Heights where it was shot, and together with that community. But these themes are universal themes. It's about family. It's about the process of reaching your dreams, going for your dreams. It's about community. It's about people in your community that are caretakers, like Abuela Claudia. It's the father that Jimmy plays that wants the best for her daughter. Everybody can relate to these themes. It's really a universal movie, even though it's centered in the Latinx community. Would you say, Jimmy?
Those themes, Mercedes, are just like the delivery system is a musical. Like you saw it early this morning, and it probably popped you because of the hope and the joy that's there in terms of music. But the themes that just like are currents that run through it, we all understand, I think. Not only in immigrant communities, but it's what people that came maybe from down south up north understood with their communities. You're trying to do better for your children. You're going for a better life. Where is community? What does that mean? What does home mean? Is home here where we are now, or is it where we came from? All of those things are part of the fabric of what this country is about. And I don't know. I think that because of that, you're seeing something through a lens that could be very specific. But John Chu, who directed this and directed another movie a couple of years ago called Crazy Rich Asians, he was able to do that same thing with the Asian community. And it's just it's just something that those universal themes, when they're shown in a certain kind of way, it's specific, but everybody will relate to it, and that's what we're trying to do, is give a little bit of joy.
Mhm. So I've talked to a lot of talent today from In the Heights, and they all had a different story about how In the Heights came to their doorstep. So how did you get involved with the film?
Um, Mercedes, I've been involved with this film from the inception, from the readings, from the workshops, from off Broadway to Broadway, and now the film, which is very rare because it's very rare for theater actors to play their roles on film. And at that time, I was playing another part, but they had a hard time finding an older woman to sing this song, to play this part realistically. So they, in desperation, they gave me a try and they auditioned me, and then the rest is history. But never did in my wildest dreams did I think I would have this full circle with this role. So I've been involved with Lynn and Kiara from the very very beginning.
Mr. Jimmy?
I and I have gotten to see her in all of the different iterations, whether it's off Broadway or Broadway, and now on the silver screen, and she brings it to the max. the heart and
Thank
soul
you,
of the
Timmy.
film on so many
Thank you.
levels. I had been a fan of the show, and when I read this new version of the script, because it's a musical, and they had to find a way in like most musicals to kind of open it up, and and there's certain story points that are much more current to today, and I just felt it wasn't heavy lifting for me vocally. I didn't have a lot there, so I wanted to kind of ground it with those scenes that the father and daughter have in terms of what parents expect from their children. Sometimes you put too much pressure and things can go awry. So all of those things, I felt like I could bring something to the party, and I was just a huge fan of Lin and Kiara and what John did with the film, and I'm just so happy to have been a part of it.
And what a great voice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got.
Right?
Yes. You're being humble and modest, but both two very talented, beautiful voices. It was just spectacular to watch you guys on screen.
Thank you, Michelle.
I was actually I had never been introduced to it, not even on Broadway or off Broadway. I had heard of it, but I've never seen it. So this adaptation was clearly something I just was all like, this is something new to me. And I was excited about that. Now I asked everybody, and I'm going to ask you guys too. I'm even going to give you a little second to think about it because Gregory had a hard time. And just to give you a heads up, um, Kiara and Daphne actually had the same exact answer, even though they were in two different junket rooms.
Okay.
So with the theme of this musical and this film adaptation being music and how it brings everybody together, and you can celebrate different genres. If you had one song or one album you had to go to play, whether it's getting ready for a role or about to work out or listening to it in your morning commute, whatever it may be, I need that song or that album now because I'm recording it to make a special playlist.
Like what song?
It doesn't have to be associated with the film either. Whatever is your favorite go-to song or album.
Oh, of all time, or just with?
Of all time, you got a
Okay.
whole catalog to choose from.
Okay. Wow. 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 I'm gonna be totally. I'll be totally honest with you because this is something that's been on. It's been in my playlist for the longest, and it popped in by mistake the other day in the car, and I've just been listening to it for like weeks. It's like something is in the air because of it. One of the beautiful songs in our film is called "Home," and as a young community activist when I was in my early 20s, I was working with kids and educational programs, and I went to go see The Wiz. I went 6 or 7 times because I was taking kids there and watching them be sparked by the musical, and that song "Home," it just destroys me when I hear Stephanie Mills sing that, and our version of this, which is different but the same in a lot of ways, because it's a young person grappling with where am I, where is home for me. So I'm going to say that. I'll
That's
say that times two, because home from The Wiz and home from In the
in
Heights.
the Heights. And that's funny you say that. That's one of the audition songs for the school district here. And every single time I hear somebody sing it, I'm like,
Right?
slowly break
Yes.
down. So, Miss
I
Olga,
love
please
that
tell me
song.
your song or your
I
album.
love that song. I love that song. When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love
Over.
overflowing. Love it. So ditto on that song. As far as I have so many songs that I love. I love Brazilian music that gets me going. I love old Frank Sinatra. I give you bluebirds in the spring. But
There
as
you
far as
go.
the movie, I love Just Breathe, Breathe. Especially after this COVID that we've been through, it was so stressful, and people have been so depressed and traumatized, that song, Just Breathe, and also Paciencia y Fe, which means patience and faith. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this. So I would say those two songs from the movie.
Well, I want to thank you guys so much for your time. I got both of y'all to sing together, so my life is complete.
Ah, thank you, Mercedes.
Thank you, Mercedes. Such a pleasure.
I want to shout out. I want to shout out to all my friends in Duquesne. My daughter went to Duquesne, so.
Wait, hold on. I'm a senior.
Pittsburgh, the city of bridges.
I graduate December 17th from Duquesne.
Okay.
December 17th, I graduate.
Oh my God.
Come on, Jimmy. Let's do this together.
Wait. Oh, okay. Go ahead. It cut me out. Let's go. Let's do it again.
Come on, Jimmy.
Go, Mercedes.
Have a great day.